Okay, now, here is a fish story for you, and it's a real whopper.
I was amazed. That was just, that's a big fish. And, we're only just a few pounds off of the world record.
Back in 1998, a couple of hatchery trucks stocked striped bass into Bull Shoals Lake.
Striped bass, they're an ocean fish, and they do have the capabilities of living in freshwater as well. In order to reach their full growth potential, they have to have the right ingredients. Bull Shoals has cool water, it's deep, the ingredients are there.
The class of '98 was eating, growing, and getting big. And many of these fish began to call the waters of the Show Me State their home.
And after that stocking, about 10 years after, Missouri ended up with a state record. And 2 years after that, another state record. And then finally, in 2015, we had the 65-pound, 2-ounce state record.
That's right. He said 65 pounds and 2 ounces. Woo! Wow. Now, I want you to meet Buddy Dillman, the lucky angler that brought him in.
And I was about ready to give it up when I got the bite. I didn't really realize how big it was until about the 4th run it took. And
Buddy Dillman might just be one of the luckiest guys around. He lives right on the shores of Bull Shoals, and he wets a line every day. So, it is no real surprise that on May 21st, 2015, it was his turn to cross paths with the fish of a lifetime.
I kept on looking at the end of my line coming closer and closer to the spool. Well, I got down to where it probably had 20 wraps on it once, so I just put the drag in more and had to tighten the drag way down there the last run it did, because if it would have done another one, it'd been done.
Now, hooking it was one thing, but landing that beast was going to be a whole other matter.
That was the hardest part. I mean, when I finally rolled over with him and had him on the bank, I couldn't believe how big he was. Darn, that is a big fish.
But there is a little addendum to this story that we can't just let lie, because that big striper almost had the last laugh. Buddy had rigged his hatchback with a hook for his scale, and a long pole kept the whole apparatus up in the air.
I had him up on the scale. It flopped and popped off the hook, and that tailgate went up and come back down on me. I was out cold. I was laying there. I don't know how long it took my friends to get over there, but...
Now, Buddy survived the fish's final assault, and he now proudly holds the Missouri state record for striped bass.
Wet your line enough, and one day you're gonna luck into something big. Proud for him that he's able to catch it and have a great story to go along with it.
How long that record will hold is an open question. You see, the class of '98 is still out there.